everyone. So as you know, this week we're speaking about ourselves again, and if I personally had to speak about myself a second time, I would want to say how I got to where I am today, and why that translates into what I want to do in the future. So first and foremost, as of current, I am a graduated Lynn University student. I graduated in May with a 3.67. I got a Bachelor's of Science with magna cum laude, and as of right now, I'm planning to go in August to FIU for a master's degree in mental health counseling. And I want to be able to help people with their issues and help them overcome with any difficulties they feel they have, and help them have a better future. And that's for several reasons. First and foremost, when I was growing up, I was always taught that people are just like you. They may have different thoughts and ideas about the world, but they go through similar problems, and as fellow people, they all have issues too. And not everyone gets a chance to have someone out there to help them, like I did growing up, and I would like to be one of those people that help people with issues that they have. Second of all, knowing this growing up, I decided that it would be an interesting thing to learn how the rest of the world works and have an ability to experience the rest of the world for myself and understand what was going on. So growing up, I would often find ways to learn about new things, whether it be technology, whether it be new languages or culture, or how a particular community worked. For example, when I was little, I loved working with computers. I loved learning how computers worked, how different programs worked, why people in the computer culture love certain things about computers, and that stuck with me today. I love working with computers, and I love using the different programs on the computer, and I love finding new ways to tinker with the computer and make it work to its maximum potential. When it comes to culture, I am a big fan of culture. I love learning about new cultures, and I love learning about what makes people who they are, and I have always tried to find ways to experience the culture to the fullest. Just this last New Year's, I was able to go to England, and I was able to learn how the English culture actually was instead of reading about it in magazines or hearing about it secondhand from people. I got to experience it for myself, and I think from that experience, I grew as a person. And even though I haven't visited every country on the map, I still want to find ways to communicate with people from those countries, so I've tried to put effort into learning languages like Mandarin Chinese, which I took over this last January, Russian, French, Spanish, and one time I even tried to learn Gaelic, or Scottish Gaelic I should say. It may be all well and good that I'm able to do this, that I've been able to travel the world, that I speak French, that I know a little bit of Russian, that I understand a little bit of a certain type of culture, and that I love learning new cultures. That's all well and good, but what would that have to do with who I am today and what I plan to do in the future? Well, to me personally, I believe that learning as much as I can about people in general is going to help me in my job, because my entire job is going to be focused on helping these people get better. And I may have someone walk in one day that's a Russian expatriate who's working in Fort Lauderdale at a $9 an hour job and is very depressed and things like that. Or I may be working with someone whose only interest is working with computers and they can't relate to people and they just need to find ways to relate to people more, or something like that. And I feel that by knowing how certain people go through the world and how they find ways to get through the world is going to help me do a better job in helping these people and in helping them progress more efficiently in the therapy that I provide. Without knowing how these people work, I can't provide a good service, and they can leave potentially worse than they came in, and I haven't done my job well enough. And I am a type of person that likes to perform a good job, and that likes to see people come out and succeed. So in order to do that, I feel like I have to learn as much as I can about all sorts of different cultures in order to help people as best I can, because I believe that people can work extremely well but they just need help sometimes, and I feel like I can provide that help when people feel like they have nowhere else to go. And before I wrap up this video, I just want to make note of something that I've been thinking of for a while, and that's the fact that I know that giving therapy is difficult for some people, and I think what helps me keep focus on what the important thing is in therapy is knowing that I'm not perfect as well, that I have my own weaknesses that I'm continuously working on, that I want to keep working on in the future. For example, I'm not a fan of public speaking at all. Doing things like this, giving speeches and talking, is not my forte at all. I find it very difficult to stand in front of a camera like this and speak, knowing that people are going to watch it, or to stand in front of a group and talk and be judged for what I'm saying. But I know that if I keep working on it, that I can improve, and that I can find ways to do better and things like that. And I feel like if I keep note of my weaknesses and I keep working on them, I can stay focused on what's important in therapy, and I can help the people that come to me better. And I can continue to grow as a person, and I can help other people grow, and everyone leaves happy. It is my eventual goal. And hopefully everything I've said in this video makes sense to you all, and that I've shown that who I am, because all I really want to show is that I'm someone that loves learning about new things, always wants to improve, and always wants to help people who feel like they need help, because I think helping people that need it, when they don't normally have someone to go to, is very, very important. And without being able to help people, I think the world would be a lot different. And hopefully I am able to make a change in the world, even if it's something that only a few people notice.